Hi everybody and welcome back. I was just going over some footage that I took outside around the greenhouse after our last major snowstorm, mostly over the last 2 to 3 days. So I thought I'd pop on and just give you a little intro before I show that footage. I did a little walkthrough of the tiny greenhouse in my backyard. We are in Eastern Canada, Zone 5. And even though it's January, there's quite a bit going on in the greenhouse at this point. It is not heated, but it's staying consistently about 10 degrees warmer overnight in the greenhouse than it is outside. So I have rosemary and eucalyptus in there and a bunch of other things that I'm overwintering. So I hope you enjoy having a look. Let's see what's growing in here. So the thermometer says it is plus 13 and it is minus 5 outside. Nothing looks particularly good because it's January. We've had minus 25 outside. But in here we have rosemary, a little brown on the tips, but otherwise fine. Eucalyptus, sage, that is mint. There are some bulbs in those pots. Look. The rosemary growing in the ground hasn't even had any browning. Well, maybe on the outside closest to the window, but look at those. Still pretty nice. Oh, that one's looking a little rough, but I think these other ones are okay. I'm not sure about those eucalyptus. I might bring those in the house and cut them back a little bit. I bet the root is still okay. Up here we have some thyme. That's perfectly fine. This ivy will be fine. Boxwood cuttings. These are leeks that I planted in the summer and I intended to plant them out in the garden. They're just transplants. And I never got around to it. Look, they're still alive. It is the end of January. And that is catmint. So the tops have died dead back. But look, there's fresh growth in there already too. And what's that? Tricolored sage. Well, that's pretty dry. I guess I better do some watering in here. Down on this end we have some parsley, which is also still fine, and it should start to grow again in a couple of weeks, maybe a month. Those are evergreen scallions, so that part looks a little rough, but we should see some new growth soon as well. And the Dusty Miller is looking fine. So last year we were about 3 degrees warmer overnight inside the greenhouse than we were outside. And this year it's more like 10 degrees difference or more. The only difference, the only thing I did different was putting this brick and stone and pea gravel down. Last winter it was just dirt. This rock is holding in a lot of heat during the day and releasing it at night. So that tells me I should be able to overwinter Zone 7 crops in here without any additional coverage. So I hope you enjoyed that little peek inside the tiny greenhouse. Nothing is really that lush and green at the moment, although it won't be more than 4 to 6 weeks maybe before everything starts growing again and it really starts to take off. So stay tuned for my next video coming out in a couple of days. I have some succulents to deal with. My daughter's fairy garden needs some attention, and I'll be checking up on winter sowing and even doing a little bit more. So I'd love to have you following along on my garden adventures. If you would like to, please hit the subscribe button, and the little bell will let you know whenever I have a new video coming out. Subscribing is free, and it also helps me out a lot if you like the video, if you did enjoy this content. So thank you everybody. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.